Hey, my name is Patrick Faulkner. I'm making this quick video for one of my students. He had a question about trems, guitars with tremolo systems, springs, um, maybe even an ESP arming adjuster. This will be the quick kind of intro video to it. Hopefully I'll make another one later. This is my Strandberg Bowden Classic. Two single coils, one humbucker kind of style guitar. So we'll just talk a little bit about this particular guitar, but then trems in general, hopefully. This is a free-floating trem, so we can talk about that. So yeah, stick around. Okay, just a little demo. So basically, um, the the trem the trem is a moving block that they have through the guitar. Your strings are going to be locked into your bridge, most likely. This particular one only has fine tuners. It doesn't have a headstock, so there's no extra tuners here. So the strings get locked up here, and then the bridge can move. Let me show you the other camera angle. So when I pull on the whammy bar, the bridge moves, and it can move both directions. This one doesn't have a lot of play on the way up, but can definitely go all the way out. And that's really just about your setup. Depending on the setup of the guitar, the height of the bridge actually determines kind of the overall movement that I'll have for this particular guitar. Not every guitar works like this. But all floating trems should be able to go up and down. So what I mean by that is the pitch when I hit the whammy bar it should be able to go up or down. Now, the one upside to having a guitar with a whammy bar in it is yes, I can bend the pitches. But one of the downsides is because that means the bridge moves, then I have to balance the tension between the strings and the springs, right? So you really have to get the bridge height to be perfectly flat compared to the body. You want it to be a level with the body. Otherwise, when you go to use it, it'll kind of get all messed up. It won't be balanced right. And then the guitar will kind of just be fighting itself. It'll be going in and out of tune constantly. And I've actually found that to be true on most guitars with floating trems. The Strat trem is different. The bridge actually butts up against the body, and the trem only really goes down unless you set it up to be like in between, and then the bridge is kind of like cocked up a little bit instead of all the way down. I don't prefer Strat bridges like that. I prefer to have my Strat bridge all the way down and I just lock it down. I just that's just how I like it. This guitar because it's designed to be free floating, it doesn't do that. I would have to put a stopper or some type of other device into it, which will greatly stabilize the bridge, and it'll make it more, more stable. But it'll also get rid of some of the like flutter effects you can get. I don't find this bridge to be particularly flutterific. But that also might just be the way that I have it set up. Sorry, I threw my pick across the room. Anyways, as just kind of an intro video, it doesn't really matter how many springs you have. That was a question that my student asked. He said, is 2 springs better than 3 springs? It doesn't really matter. There's actually a lock in this bridge, so I can't just throw in an extra spring. It's really just about the balance between the springs and the strings. So you end up just like detuning the strings and like adjusting for however much pressure is on the bridge. And more springs, there's going to be more back pressure. So usually, if I have a heavier gauge string, I'll want more springs. If I have a lighter gauge spring or lighter gauge strings, then I don't need as many. Um, that's kind of the general rule. So this guitar came with 2 springs on it, and in the box or in the little bag that they gave me an extra one. So I assume they put 10s on it, and it balances really well. It actually stays in tune super well for a free floating Trem. I'm gonna put this arming adjuster on. I'll probably do another video with this. Because I really love being able to bend 2 strings and they stay in tune. Because right now, I can't really do it. That's just kind of one of the problems with this. Because it'll pull the bridge down. The bridge will move. Which is not a pretty sound. Anyways, let's double check my tuning since I played on this guitar. I didn't check it before, but the E dropped a little, the A went up a little. So it's these little stability issues that you get with a floating Trem. This guitar is pretty solid. It doesn't really go wildly out of tune. It's just a little bit, and so that's why I'm going to add the arming adjuster to it to just keep it a little bit more stable, but then also to make it so I can do double stop bends, or I can do double string bends. Can't do it. That's just part of the design, because the whole bridge will move when you bend the string. I might even be able to show you this here. It's gentle, but all I'm doing is moving the E string. I'm just pulling on the E string a little bit. And you can see the bridge move. So it's definitely an issue. Because it messes with the tuning stability of the guitar. It's very subtle. But if you look right at the edge of the bridge, right at the edge, as I pull the string, it moves. So it takes the whole guitar out of tune. So that's kind of the basics of how they work. They all do sound a little bit different. I have like 4 or 5 different ones. I'm not going to go through all those right now. But at least this gives you an idea. So you can understand a little bit more of how they work. And then I'll do a demo after once I've put the arming adjuster on so you can see, oh, this really did help. It really does do the thing. So yeah, cool. So I hope that helps. If you have any more questions, you can always chat box me, or you could shoot me a message, or you can just wait till class. Anyways, see ya.